Hello, good evening, and welcome to Gab's Drams. Going to do something a little bit different tonight. Got something for under £45. Royal Mail whiskies at the weekend. Looking for something different. This is quite a new distillery. It's called Lochlea. Now this is the third bottle, but this is the first core collection if you want to see. This is going to be the core bottling. I'm going to do my best on it, and I'm going to find it quite difficult because it's quite an unusual whisky and it's different. So Lochlea comes from Ayrshire. Makeup of this bottle is 60% bourbon, 20% Oloroso and 20% SDR casks. 30,000 bottles. Now, the young distilleries or the new distilleries seem to insist of putting these SDR casks in from wine casks. Shaved, toasted and roasted. And it takes the newness of the spirit away. That's my belief. It's non-peated. John Campbell, they brought him over from Lochlea. It's quite interesting that in the distillation, it's a short, tight cut, and Lochlea's a short, tight cut. So it's interesting. He's going doing the same lines as that. Nothing like Lochlea, but I thought it was interesting that Lochlea's got a short, tight cut, and this has got a short, tight cut. So in other words, they take as much as they cut as possible, nice and tight. And so that's basically it. As I say, I've struggled with it. It's not a bad whisky, but it's not a good whisky either. It's certainly different. So it's 46%, so we're not going to get a bead round it. We'll have a wee look at the legs, see what they're like. They're moving quite quickly actually. They are moving very quickly. They're no thick. Look at the speed of them. They're really moving down that cost really quick. So, on the nose, it's very fresh. Now for me, I was getting a lot of cinnamon, and I'm still getting that cinnamon. But there's a burntness there. Now I wonder whether it's this STR cask. It's a bit sherry in it, but it's different. It's different. There's honey in it as well. Cinnamon, fresh honey, quite sweet on the nose. Excuse me, it's quite a pleasant nose, but it's nothing fantastic. And on the palate, quite thick. There's a bit of everything in that. There's a dryness in it, and that's obviously coming from the Oloroso cask. You're getting your bourbon flavours, you're getting your honey, um, excuse me, a wee bit of cream soda in it, a wee bit of fizzy side, but for a young whisky, it's not kicking. Now, when I buy a young whisky, I'm looking for a young whisky at 3, 4 year old. I'm looking for the spirit. I'm not the kick. When I buy an old whisky, I'm not looking for a kick in the spirit at all. This isn't kicking the way a young whisky should kick. So I'm just wondering if it's this STR cask, because there are more and more of these distillers going for, excuse me, are going for this STR cask. Will I drink it? Yes. Is it worth £45? £44.99. It's different. It probably is, but I would like to give this a chance. I would like to see this in 6 years time without the STR cask. I don't think the STR cask is doing it justice. I really don't. So it's different. As I said before, I'm not going to say it's a great whisky, but I'm not going to say it's bad either. It's different. It's drinkable. There's a dryness. There's a bump wood in there. It's definitely non-peated, and I think it's this SDR cask. Would I go out and buy it tomorrow again? Probably not. I'd like to see it in 5, 6 years time. Um, Head and Heads is getting a new release out on Friday, the Authentic Collection. Now I've bought the pack. I bought the six small miniatures. Now they normally do a Zoom meeting and they go through it, but apparently they're not doing it this year. So if I can just, I'll go this way. If I can move that way a bit, you can see them. See the wee white bottles. So there's 1 to 8. There they're there. There's 1 to 8. Now if they don't do the Zoom meeting and go through it, I'm going to do one a night starting on Friday night because it's released on Friday. I don't know if it's a good idea, and I know I won't like them all. It's not an advert for Cadenheads. I've bought 2 of them. I won't tell you what 2 I've bought. So I'm thinking if they don't do the Zoom meeting, I'm going to try and do them myself. So what have they got? That's a Tennessee 19-year-old. Jura 31-year-old. Ewan 13-year-old. Ben Rinnes 16-year-old. Almenic 10-year-old. Ben Nevis 10-year-old. Bunahaven 12-year-old. And the Kilkenny 7-year-old. So if they don't do the Zoom meeting and go through them, because I usually sit and go through them with them, which is good fun, I'm going to try and do them myself. So I can either do one a night, which will take me obviously 8 nights, or I can squeeze 2 in and do 2 the same night. That's only if they don't do this. So I might try that, see what happens. So at the weekend, you might be seeing me every night for 8 days, and it might just be for 4 nights. We'll see how it goes. So back to this Lochlea, different. It's a new distillery. Tell me what you think SDR casts. Do you think SDR casts bring whisky on, or do you think it wastes whisky? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So thanks for watching Gav's Drums. We're pushing over. We've got the 500 subs. We've got the 540 subs. We're getting there. Long way to go to the 1,000, but we're getting there. Press the bell. Press the subs button. Commenting what you think of this if you've tasted. Oh, here's another thing which I saw about this. I thought it was really nice. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. It's on my teeth and it's on the cork. And Burns has apparently worked in this farm way back in the time. That was one of the farms that Robert Burns worked in. So they're playing that big style. They really are. And it says, dare to be honest and fear no labour. I like that. Dare to be honest and fear no labour. I think that's quite good. But they're really playing on this Robert Burns thing. I nearly never mentioned it. I don't think it's important, to be honest. So, see you all next week. Take care. Slange.
It's drinkable.
Good night.